YouTube, Morfien back with another Genshin Impact video. What? 2 in 1 day? Outrageous. But there is a new event out, as well as a new daily login reward, which is absolutely insane. It's the best one they've done since the game come out. You basically get a free 10 summon if you still can manage to log in 7 out of the next 14 days. Do not miss out on that. But the main purpose of today's video, the tower defense inside Genshin Impact, and I gotta say, I'm loving it. Let's talk about it. Alright, so first things first, there is a new daily login reward, and over the next 7 days, you can get 10 intertwined fates. They've never done this before. It's almost unheard of. That's 10 event summons. Do not miss out. All I'm saying is do not miss out. I hope everybody is talking about this. Make sure your friends know. Log in, play these next 7 days. Get your free 10 summons. That's insanely generous of them. I just had to take a second to talk about it. I know everybody in the Genshin community is going to be talking about it today, but you know, might as well take my opportunity to mention it as well. When it comes to the new tower defense event, I think the first thing to talk about is the Mechanicuses, and basically what you need to know is that there's one representative of each element. So there's a water one that does a small AoE around it that can also be upgraded to shoot bubbles a further distance. The fire one that does basically AoE fire damage, and then also leaves burning embers for opponents to pass through. Cryo does the same thing. Cryo damage slows. Electric damage, but chains AoE damage. The one that's a little bit more interesting is the Recovery Mechanicus, and what the Recovery Mechanicus does is it has a visible AoE around it, and any enemies that die within that AoE, you get additional Beneficus. God, all the names in this game are ridiculous. Points. So those are pretty nice. I like to set up one of these in basically the center, the kill zone, where the majority of the monsters should be dying, in order to create additional revenue for myself down the road. And then lastly, which was just added today, we have the Wind or Dust Devil Mechanicus, and what this one does is it knocks the opponents back in a particular direction, and you can change the orientation once you've deployed the Mechanicus. Second thing that I would like to touch on is, they weren't very obvious, and I made this mistake very, very early on, so I thought it was worth mentioning. Make sure you upgrade your Mechanicuses in the armory. This is, each game that you're successful, you earn resources. You can spend these resources to upgrade your Mechanicuses. You can do this via the armory menu in the event menu. Make sure you do this. To general strategy during the tower defense event, there's about a million jillion different ways you can tackle it. I'm not going to go into explicit detail on each and every one. My general advice would be set down a Recovery Mechanicus in the funnel point, which it seems like most of these maps will have some sort of funnel point. In map 2 and 3, it's the same map, and they have the bridge that you can activate to drop the bridge out from under the mobs. They can fall. I've noticed it is a little bit gimmicky. Sometimes you'll think you'll get them, and then they'll just kind of poof over to the other side of the bridge magically and continue upon their merry way. But anyways, set down your recovery, set down some frost, set down some, I like doing the frost water combo right at the front, and then put a fire behind it, and the fire will do most of the work, and the water and frost are there to slow them. The other thing that is very much worth noting for this event is that your characters, while they do not do damage, you can use them for elemental reactions and knockbacks and things of that nature. Noteworthy that they cannot use their elemental bursts, but their skills, you have free reign to do whatever you can manage to do with their skills. I think this is most useful, again, when it comes to the hydro and cryo reactions where you can freeze the opponents and then have your Mechanicuses do all of the actual damage work. That's all I've got for you guys today. 2 in one day, it's first for me, I know. The event was just so cool, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to do something on it. And there's still a lot of the event left to be unlocked, so don't be surprised if we revisit this again later down the road. If it gets harder, maybe we'll actually go discuss the strategy a little bit more in depth. But I'm not going to spend too much time on it today. Anyways, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And do not forget to check me out on Twitch. We'll see you in the next one.